Another broken plate, another called off date. We never seem to get it right. Another heart attack, words that we can't take back. We are the reason opposites attract. Once you slam the door on the second floor, I regret it all. When I think it through, I can't help the way I feel for you. You make me lose my mind like all the time. It still feels right. Stuck in an endless fight like every night. It still feels right. Even the words can sting. I wouldn't change a thing, 'cause without you everything means nothing. You make me lose my mind like all the time. It still feels right. Sitting there by the phone, hoping you'll answer yours. Baby, let's talk until we're fine. You've been in bed for days, empty without me, you say. Can't you just magically turn up in mine? Then you knock on my door on the second floor, and I feel okay. We just made it through, and I love the way I feel for you. Baby, you make me lose my mind like all the time. It still feels right. Stuck in an endless fight like every night. It still feels right. Even the words can sing. I wouldn't change a thing, 'cause without you everything means nothing. You make me lose my mind like all the time. It still feels right. Oh yeah, still feels right. 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 Oh yeah. We never get it right, but somehow it feels right. We never get it right, but it still feels right. We never get it right, but somehow it feels right. That's how I feel about you. You make me lose my mind like all the time. It still feels right. Stuck in an endless fight like every night. It still feels right. Even the words can sing. I wouldn't change a thing, 'cause without you everything means nothing. You make me lose my mind like all the time. It still feels right. Oh yeah, still feels right. 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 Oh yeah. Small town, big crowd, and there you were in front of me. Small talk, big thoughts, all we wanted was to escape. This sounds too small for dreams like this. Don't wanna settle down, don't wanna miss out on adventures, things we haven't seen. Take my hand and follow me.
keep thinking that I could have done something, but now I'm left with an empty heart. No making amends, no waking up beside you and holding you till we forget it all. How could I know there was no second chances? Like dominoes, my life got really scattered. You couldn't keep the door shut, and now the frostbite's creeping in. 'Cause I've been stone cold since you left me here, so come home. Why won't you reappear? Things that I said came out totally wrong. Can't speak of the truth when it's tainted. I fell into a big black hole. It got me stone cold. You got me stone cold. You got me stone cold. You got me stone cold. Got me stone cold. No Wizard of Oz can undo what I've done. Completely out of luck this time. I'm stuck in reverse. I gotta get away now, but I can't seem to take the lead. Oh baby, how could I know there was no second chances? Like dominoes, my life got really scattered. Still, I find myself hoping that you'll find your way back to me. 'Cause I've been stone cold since you left me here, so come home. Why won't you reappear? Things that I said came out totally wrong. Can't speak of the truth when it's tainted. I fell into a big black hole. It got me stone cold. You got me stone cold. You got me stone cold.
Oh, we are ready to rock and roll, aren't we? Which camera am I looking at? I don't even know which camera I'm supposed to look at. How are we doing, everybody? Oh, I missed you so much. I have been gone. I was in San Diego all last week, which was absolutely incredible. So much fun. But I wasn't able to pull off a live stream. I was busy the whole time. So I was there last week. I went to Social Media Marketing World, which is an amazing conference that I'm not sure how many, I think it's like they've been doing it for I don't know how many years. But anyway, this was the first in-person conference that I've been to since the world shut down. So for me, it was absolutely incredible. I absolutely loved it. One of my favorite things about static noise. Dang it. All right, hold on. We're going to fix it. Here we go again, everybody. Here we go again. We're going to fix it right now. Should be totally fine now. We should be good. Okay. How's that sound? Let me know. We're still dealing with the issues of it's the same thing we've always had. It's the same thing. Are we still good now? Are we good? I'm watching the comments. It's annoying. Callie's here. What's up, Callie? Okay. All right. We'll get that fixed. We'll figure it out. I've been working with Beacon Support. It just doesn't like to work when I'm doing stuff. So here's the deal. We're going to be hanging out today. Last week I was in San Diego. So fantastic. In fact, many people here in our live show, maybe you found me last week. And if you did, and you're brand new to the channel, I definitely want you to let me know in the comments that you are brand new? Okay, literally let me know, because I know I met a lot of y'all last week. And then at the same time, I finally got to meet people like Callie. I finally got to meet people like our friend James Hicks as well, who likes to use the hashtag CallieCam. So it literally being an in-person event, I was able to meet people that I absolutely love, which let me just share a couple of photos. By the way, Callie, we didn't get any photos together. How did that happen? I don't even understand that. I don't get it. I truly just don't understand. So let me share this picture. Okay, this was like day one. All right, day one. Finally got to meet the one and only James Hicks, one of my very good friends, who literally was just texting me telling me my audio was clipping. But literally, this was day one. I got there on Sunday, last Sunday, and I finally got to meet my friend. So that's James Hicks. That's also Kirk Nugent pointing into the camera, and then Leslie Samuel, also good friends of mine. Kirk's been on the show before. He came and talked about Amazon Live. I've been on his show before. A lot of fun. So definitely all the good things. Oh, I want to pin this question really quick. I also, funny, because Robin was saying something. I rearranged my space. David says, I like the brighter look in your space. You know what? You want to know why it's brighter? It's because I have my patio door open. I literally have natural light coming in today, which is why it's kind of washed out back there. But it's all good. I like to mix it up sometimes, so appreciate that. So this was the first day that I met these guys. And let me tell you something. There's something really special that happens when you are in this virtual space for so long. And so many times we don't get to go to events and see each other. Or we are, not able to just meet up with people. Maybe there's no reason for you to go to a conference at the same time as somebody who's a peer of yours. So, I'm all about community. It's a really, really big thing for me. Huge, huge, huge thing for me. I'm very passionate about community. And so that is actually why I have my Facebook group, which is one of the things I wanted to talk about today, my Facebook group, because many people I get to know through the Facebook group. And if you're not part of my Facebook group, let me pull this up really quick. Feel free to join us over there. And really the reason I created this Facebook group years ago was because I was craving community in the space of people learning how to do marketing and learning how to do it DIY style, which is what those are the people I love to serve. Those are the people I love to help, is anyone who is learning how to do their marketing. And they're getting scrappy, but not crappy, all those things, right? And so the Facebook groups are interesting. One of the big themes from social media marketing world last week was community. There was a lot of discussion around community. And so let me share this picture next. Okay, I got to share this one next because it's funny. All right, so then we have this one, right? This is Luria Petrucci. There's Callie way in the background. There's, of course, James. I don't know what was happening in this photo. I kind of remember it. We were in the elevator. We had just had like an impromptu, fun night of cocktails and some appetizers and some food. And we were having a ton of fun. But these are essentially, this is Luria Petrucci of Livestreaming Pros, and this is part of her community. So one of the things that happened last week was that a lot of people who have been in part of communities got to actually meet in person for the first time. And there is power that happens in that. And so being at the event last week was one of those things where I was like, I felt it. I knew it all the time. I always knew community was very important to me. But then being a part of this Social Media Marketing World Conference and attending and getting to see people, it was like, I think Lori actually called it, it's like a reunion. For me, it wasn't necessarily a reunion because it was my first time attending. And I went with the StreamYard team. They asked me to come along with them and help them out. So I got to go on behalf of StreamYard and support them and help them. But what's crazy is I discovered that there are communities all around us. We are in these virtual communities, whether it be Facebook groups or Discord channels or Slack channels or Mighty Networks or all the things. But one thing I will tell you is that you get the most out of being in community when you contribute to the community. And that is absolutely what I was surrounded by all last week. All these people showing up to this event, being involved, being a part of it, and making the best out of everything that there was. And one of the things I love about Luria's community, the Streamer Accelerator group, is that That's exactly what it is. You have people that are showing up, stepping in to help each other, support each other, and hold each other accountable, and to just be on this journey together. And so whatever, I want to point this out because I am, again, as I mentioned, I'm really, really, really passionate about being a facilitator, being a shepherd, being a mentor, and empowering people to go make their dreams become reality. That is my mission in life. And community, I love people, and I've always wanted to facilitate a community where we can do that together and I can support people. So what I'm getting at is I am absolutely getting ready to start to look at what is the best way that I can do that and have the right people in the room in order to do that. So when it comes to my Facebook group, DIY Marketing with Melanie, I certainly don't plan on that going anywhere. However, is that the best place for me to facilitate, all of this activity and to work with people and to really truly help people become what they want to become? And so I made a post in the group earlier today, and I asked a very simple question. Why are you here? Why are you in this group? And I would love, if you are part of that community, I would really do want you to take the time to go and answer that. So I know Billy is here watching. Laura Williams is here. Of course, Anna, you are a newer member of the community as well. A lot of people that are in the group, in the Facebook group. I definitely want you to, Doug is over there, of course, Matt from Landlord Advocates. I'm just going through and reading and seeing the names of the people I know that are in there. I definitely want you to jump over there and answer that question because it really is important for me. It's really, really, really important that I really, truly look at the next 12 months and make sure that I'm able to show up for you in the best way that I can for the right people. And I know this is kind of coming out of nowhere, but literally, I've just been thinking about this a lot. And as I'm embarking on the next phase of everything, I'm getting ready to open doors to my live video bootcamp again. And that is a group coaching program that comes with a course. There is an option for a VIP, which gives you one-on-one coaching with me. Other than that, it's group coaching, which is also amazing because I love it because it's a community. And I like it because it's a small, intimate community of people that are dedicated to learning how to use live video to market themselves and essentially get closer to building that dream, those dreams, making those dreams become reality. So those doors are getting ready to open again soon. And after that, I'll be honest, I'm kind of thinking about opening up a membership. I'm thinking about opening up a paid membership. I honestly have thought about this for years. I've been told I should do it. But I need to understand, I need to really know, what do people need out of a membership? What do they want out of a membership? Here's the other thing I have in my mind, and I'm being very transparent. None of this is scripted. I literally knew I wanted to talk about these things, but didn't really know how I wanted to talk about these things, if that makes sense. But I will say that literally I want to create a membership, but I also feel like everyone and their brother is creating a membership right now. I feel like community is really becoming that theme again, as I said earlier. And I just feel like left and right, there are memberships all over the place. And I don't know that my membership will be like most of the memberships I'm seeing pop up. I know that I want to be able to serve and show up, and I want to be able to create a cohort of some sort to get people in a room to synergize with each other and focus on using live video, community to market themselves. That's essentially my goal. It's not going to be like a tech support membership. There'll be some aspects of that, but I'm still trying to figure out exactly what I want this to look like. And again, making sure that I am able to do it so that I can show up in the right way. So it's kind of something that's there. Yeah. Strawberry Rhubarb, also thinking about a membership. Here again, feedback, practical prophecy. We found Facebook approach too distracting for many. I agree. I saw, so Mighty Networks, is what you're using. So I miss real meetings though. Yeah. So I'll be honest, I'm exploring the platform ideas as well, because again, it's one of those things where it's like Facebook groups. I really do like Facebook groups, but Practical Prophecy makes a really great point that when people log into your group to get served by you, to get help from you, think about all the distractions that show up for them on their way into it. So that's definitely one of those things that I'm all over the place. So I definitely would love your feedback. I definitely want to hear what y'all think. Also got to give a shout out to Tanya. Tanya just found me. I saw your comment earlier. Welcome. You are awesome. We have something for you. It's probably not going to work correctly because my routing's not right. There you go, sister. That's for you. Okay, so other things to talk about that I want to say. First of all, yes, Callie said I had the best filet mignon of my life. We did have a great dinner that night. That was a lot of fun. The other picture I want to show really fast before I move on past some of the things that happened for me last week is I got to share this one because this one's really special. This is the one and only Luria Petrucci. I forgot to change my background. Let me change my background. By the way, did you all know that you have a bunch of background options now straight from StreamYard? I was playing around with those earlier. But Luria and I finally met in person after a 3-year friendship. We've done some work together. I've helped her out with some projects. She welcomed me onto her channel about 1.5 years ago, which honestly, I can literally tie so many changes in my trajectory to that live stream where she asked me to come on her channel. And I had just walked down the street, which is why I have windblown hair. And I knew where we were like, oh, she's like, come to this, I'm right here, I'm here. I was like, okay, I'm coming. Literally, this was like 30 seconds after we officially met. And you can see our faces are just so lit up. This is what can happen when you show up. When you show up in your best way, your best self, your most authentic self, you develop relationships online. And I can say that so many people, James, Kirk, so many others, that's what we have been doing. We've been showing up as our authentic selves online and also being a part of community, being in comments, supporting people, helping people, inviting guests on our shows. And you can build real relationships. And I will tell you that I was texting Luria, I think it was like Friday, before the event. And I said, I can't believe I'm finally going to get to meet you in real life, or we're going to meet in person. And she's like, I still forget we've never met in person before, because we have that kind of connection. We have that kind of friendship, that kind of relationship where it doesn't feel like that at all. And when you show up on video and you use your voice and you use your face on camera and you use audio text messages and all those things, you actually can create authentic and real relationships. And I think that this is something that in the past was difficult to do. I really do, because you would talk to somebody and then you'd meet them and it just didn't feel the same. But it 100% is the same. And I can tell you, like, it was one of my highlights of the whole event was finally getting to meet my dear friend and mentor, Luria, in person. It was so fantastic. So Strawberry Rhubarb Tarot says, I have developed tons of friendships online. Yeah, same here. Love it. So yeah, you guys are all chiming in, right? About this. Hold on. Matt, I see your comment. I'm definitely going to ask you to elaborate on that one. Okay. So I'm looking at your comments. I'm checking in. Oh, I love it. I love it. Oh, Christian's here. What's up, Christian? Didn't see you. Yeah, Christian, you haven't seen this for a while. I totally took stuff down. I'm still figuring out the way I want the studio to look, everybody. I truly am. So we're still working on that, still getting that all straightened up. So that I just kind of wanted to come back and say that I'm back from San Diego, very energized. There were a number of themes throughout the event. I will say the themes were, one of the biggest themes was definitely that the metaverse and Web 3.0 is something for us to start. If you haven't started to learn about what those items are, you need to start learning now, because it is going to change the way experiences happen. There was a woman named Kathy Hackle. I highly recommend you follow her. Kathy Hackle, she did an amazing keynote all about what the metaverse is, and she explained it very well. And but one of the things that she said, the future of marketing is about experiences, not ads. And I've always believed this, which is why I try to create an experience in my content. I actually have, in my entire business entrepreneurship journey since 2014, I have spent less than $400 on ads. And that might even be high. That is 8 years in business, and I have spent less than $400 on ads. I'm very into organic content. I'm very into believing that we can make things happen organically. I also believe in ads. I do believe the ads they can be very powerful, but used in a proper way. And I'm not going to get into that right here, but I 100% believe that if you can create an experience for your audience and you can, offer as much as you can and offer value, that things are going to click for you. Things are going to happen, and they can happen organically. The content was not necessarily about that. There was definitely a lot of talk about, I will say, TikTok. There was a lot of talk about how TikTok is not necessarily going to pay you lots of money, especially in comparison to YouTube, for example. However, it is a great tool to gain exposure and organic reach. There is, again, a strategy with it all. So, maybe use TikTok, but driving traffic into the places where you are going to earn money, be able to retain an audience, be able to communicate with your audience, be able to maybe own your audience a little bit more as well. So that was something that was really interesting, which is cool. This is cool, talking about relationships, right? Talking about building relationships. Smackdown Outdoors, which his name is Doug. I was fishing Saturday with someone who watches and listens to my show. See, how cool is that? I will say that it was a lot of fun for me to be at the event, work in the booth, hanging out with all the StreamYard people, and literally had people walk up and they were like, Mel. And I was like, who are you? And they were just people that have watched the content online. But what I love about it, again, I'm going to say this again, why I love live video so much is because people feel like they know you because they've been seeing you. Any of you, I said this, I think a couple weeks ago. If I am ever at an event and I am there and you are there, you better come up and say hello. And if you're a hugger, you better give me a hug. Right? You better introduce yourself, tell me who you are, because I want you to feel that way. I genuinely want you to get that feeling from me in my content and in my stuff. So that's a big piece of what we're doing here and why we're here. Okay, I'm going to be getting to some questions for sure. I'm definitely going to, there you go. Nothing but live streams. There you go. So obviously we got a fan of the live streams yet, right? There we go. Another story. So Strawberry Rhubarb Tarot. I agree. I have a best friend in Kentucky. She's in Canada. After 18 months, we haven't met in 3D yet. I love 3D, but it feels like we have. Yeah. So obviously, for sure. Billy says, I feel like I know you. This is what I watch. By the way, if you are part of the Facebook group, Billy made a post yesterday. My days are running together. I believe it was yesterday. Billy made a post. He wants some feedback on some stuff, like a script that he's writing and working on. So he put a Google Doc in there. Billy, I did notice that the link you shared does require us to get granted access. So you may need to watch your Gmail. You may need to be granting people access, or you can change the link to anyone with the link, change the permissions on it. So, but he needs some feedback. So everybody do that for sure. So in regards to the conference, yeah, I actually think that the conference is absolutely incredible. I think this conference is really good for social media managers, content marketers, people working for other operations where they are running a social media aspect. I also think it's great for entrepreneurs. There were like 600 realtors there, which I heard. I don't know if that, I can't verify, or as CNN says, I can't independently verify that statement, but that's what I heard. I heard there were like 600 realtors there, but it's a great place to learn. It's a great place to go connect with others, find new peers. I actually personally believe that one of the number one objectives you should make when you go to any conference is to walk away with more people in your network. And that's a huge, huge thing for me. When I attended Amy Porterfield's events a few years ago, I walked away with some of my newest, bestest friends in the industry. And I absolutely felt that way this time as well. I walked away with new people in my phone, new contacts, new, better, more enriched connections. Again, another one would be, an example I'll give you is Molly Mahoney, who I absolutely adore and love. Stephanie Liu, I absolutely adore and love. Sean Rock, Doc Rock is what his channel is. These are people I would say Molly, never spoken to in a DM or anything really in my life, but we know of each other. We are actually online. We're connected online. As soon as I walked up, though, I've commented on her stuff. She's replied to things, but we've never had any one-on-one connection. Walked up to her and we immediately hugged each other, and her booth was next to ours the whole time. And it was so fun. And I walk away now feeling like I have her in my Rolodex of connections. I can reach out to her if I need something, or if I want to have her on the show, she might actually say yes. Holy cow, that'd be awesome, right? So anyway, when you attend events and you show up and you make that objective of I'm going to make connections and you're intentional about it, you will walk away with your people. You will walk away with new peers, new friends, new mentors that you can help yourself build online. I truly believe that's it should always be one of the objectives when you go to any event, for sure, 100%. Okay, I see some questions coming in. This is super fun. Oh, thank you, Keith. That's so sweet. He's over on Facebook today. The Whittier. What is your YouTube channel? I always forget. It always pops up though. But thank you so much. I appreciate that. The Whittier. I think that's what it is. Okay, so I see we got Anthony in the house too. Griffo Productions hanging out. Okay, let's see. You must have watched the opening keynote. Derek over here they did a virtual ticket, so he's been watching the replays, and there were some amazing keynotes. Leslie Samuel did this awesome opening. He was the EMC, and he did such an amazing job, and he 100%. There it is, Whittier. Thank you. He did this thing where he told the story about his kid, and yes, stupendous. It was awesome. So, okay, let's see. StreamYard merch. You can get StreamYard merch. Hold on. I think if it's there used to be a merch site. I don't know. Christian, if you're still watching, you probably have the link to where merch can be bought. I don't even know if you can still buy merch. But yeah, typical Tyreek. Okay, so here's the other thing I was going to share with you guys that is interesting. The broken pinky. The broken pinky is still a thing. Broken pinky is a thing, but the broken pinky goes under the knife tomorrow. We're getting the broken pinky fixed. Everyone is like, oh my gosh, that's awful. Not me. I'm like, I've been dealing with this for 4 months. I'm ready to get this thing fixed. Let's go. It is not getting better. It's getting worse. The bone is separating, and it's also now out of alignment. So I went on Monday. They were like, we probably need to do surgery. I was like, can we do it as soon as possible? Because I'm ready to get this thing done, and it's starting to affect the upcoming golf season and fishing season. So we're going under the knife tomorrow. Yep, it is bad, and it's very annoying. It's pretty terrible. I'm annoyed with it. It hurts. I can't type. It bugs me. I got to wear this stupid thing on it all the time. So tomorrow, pretty excited to get it taken care of. 100%. Okay. Did you experience the fangirl phenomenon either way? Heck yes, we all did. Everybody was fangirling on everybody, right? Everyone was fangirling on everybody. Okay. That's funny. They want to win some. Puddles is very popular. People love Puddles, the little stuffed animal thing. Thank you, Keith, for posting that. There you go. There is a link. Oh, it's over on Facebook. So it's over on Facebook, typical Tyreek. But that's it. store.streamyard.com/StreamYard store/products. Thank you. That is quite the handful. Yes, I golf, Doug. You didn't know this? You didn't know I golfed? I golf. Okay. How long will it take to heal? They said about 6 weeks. So hopefully 6 weeks, we will get it fixed. We'll get it figured out. Okay. So I saw some questions. I'm going to answer some questions, and then we're going to talk about a couple other things for moving forward for the channel for sure. So again, we're here hanging out with our live Q&A. So if you do have questions, put a Q in front, and I'll do that for you. All right. David says, are there any plans to have custom video layouts in the future? I'm curious if my camera is glitching out on you guys. I keep seeing it in the preview window here, but you tell me if it's glitching out on you. Okay, David, are there any plans to have custom video layouts? I think what you might be talking about, if I'm not mistaken, David, would be like video backgrounds. Is that when you say custom video layouts? Or are you talking about, like overlays that are animated? So I actually want to make sure everybody knows that over in the StreamYard Facebook group, I'm going to go over there right now and show you guys what I'm talking about. You can, I think it is glitching. I'm like watching it. Camera was glitching, but not, okay. I saw it. Very weird. I have a feeling. So anytime I took this camera with me to San Diego, and I just hope it's not like all weird and funky. Size and location of video windows. Oh, you mean like when we do screen sharing? I don't believe that I do not believe that is part of anything that's coming. So I don't think that that's happening. anytime soon. Okay, good. You guys all see the glitches too. I don't know what's going on with the glitches. I feel like it might be my cable might be getting funky, so I don't know. Okay, I'm also looking for. Okay, StreamYard group, StreamYard official. I do want to make sure you all know about this. So if you go to StreamYard, if you go to the group, okay, you're gonna go up here, see where it says featured. Oh, it only says there's 2. There they are. Right here. You go up to featured and you'll see Hello March. If you click on that, these are free graphics that are they're providing these every single month. All right. So every month. And so when you go there, it's a Google Drive folder. Okay. And you can get in there. Check this out. They have added some animated backgrounds. Super fun. Oh, I didn't see the balloons one. Animated backgrounds. So I actually really like this one. And I downloaded it, but it was on my other computer. So I'm actually going to download that. Just put it right there. And I'm going to show you what this looks like. So to answer your question, David, are there any plans to have custom video layouts in the future? As of right now, I don't know that that's in the roadmap, but honestly, things get added to the roadmap like at random sometimes based on demand, needs, and ability for features. So I think it'd be cool. I know there are a lot of cool things in the roadmap, like a lot of cool things, but I don't know if that one is in the roadmap or not. But let me just show you something else that I want to make sure everybody can see. So if you're on any of the paid plans, basic or professional, then you can, and I need to put my affiliate comment or my affiliate sign up. If any of you want to try the professional, you can do that using my partner link. It gets you a 14-day free trial, which is unique and special because I am a partner. Here we go. I'm going to put this in the comments really quick so that y'all can, if you're not a StreamYard user yet, sign up with this link and you'll get a 14-day free trial so that you can actually do some pretty cool things. So let me show you. I'm going to upload. If you're on a basic or professional plan, you can upload your own background. And one of those backgrounds I just showed you, I'm going to grab is a GIF file. So backgrounds can be images or they can be GIFs as long as they are under 3 megabytes. So they've actually created a couple of these that are super fun. So when I do share my screen, randomly find something to share. I'm going to share my Epidemic Sound playlist. That's what I'm going to share. So let me I'm going to select it. I'm going to share my screen and check it out. Do you see how it's like moving around a little bit? Hold on. I'll take myself. Watch. I'll remove myself and you'll see it. How fun is that, right? So backgrounds only show up when you are in certain layouts. So if I go to my crop layout, you'll see now we have an animated background. So pretty fun. So make sure you're part of the StreamYard group if you're a StreamYard user, and you can download those free assets every single month. They're super fun and super cool. But I know that's not necessarily what you're asking specifically, but that's what you got. So for sure. Okay, I see a couple more questions coming in. Vicky, I see your question. Crafting with Kim is here. Excited to see you here. What did you miss? Oh, just a little bit of banter. I did talk about a few things, Kim. You might want to check the replay out. I'd say one of the bigger news stories is that I'm getting the pinky operated on tomorrow, doing a little surgery tomorrow. So that's coming. I'm changing my ISO here. Okay. All right. Let me get to more questions. I see some questions coming in. All right. Doug says, serious question for everyone. If you only had 2 live viewers and 0 replay views for every stream, would you still do it? Wow. So 2 live viewers, 0 replay views. For me, this would depend on how long have you been doing it? How many subscribers do you have? If you have a large, subscriber base, and you're not getting that traffic to your stream, I would say, 1, is your content validated? That's always a really big thing is your content validated in the space? Are people interested in what you're talking about? Doug, if we're talking about your channel, people are interested in the outdoors. People are interested in having conversations. there are a number of things you might try. I would encourage anyone, this would be how I would coach somebody. I would ask a lot of questions about how we're promoting the stream. How are we promoting the channel? Are we optimized? Are the descriptions optimized? Are the titles optimized? Are we using SEO tactics in order for those things to be found? And are we also doing short pre-recorded content? So live streams are longer, they're conversational, right? But a lot of the ways that people find our channels are through these shorter videos we do, the tutorial videos, the helpful videos, where we literally teach somebody how to do something. And so being able to go through a structure, create that content, a lot of times those are going to perform really well. Those are going to drive subscriptions to your channel, which are also going to drive live viewers. But again, live viewership is about conversation. Live videos is a little bit different than a pre-recorded strategy. I think that you can have a blend of both. I would not give up. I would retool and start tweaking. I would tweak and retool before I would give up, for sure. So that's how I would answer that question. If anybody has anything else to share for Doug, I definitely want to know. What y'all think. Doug said it was more of a how much do you love streaming question. Like, can you live without streaming? For me personally, I love live streaming. And I know a lot of people, another one of the things I know about that a lot of people love is that they love live video because they can't overthink it. You can't really be a perfectionist. I mean, you can, but for the most part, a lot of people get paralyzed about creating content and editing and putting it together versus if you just get going live and you click go live, you're live, you're in it, you're doing it. And there's a lot of beauty in that. I know personally for me, that was one of the original reasons I love live video was because I felt like I'm getting it, I'm creating content, I'm doing it, I'm not doing a bunch of post editing, I can't overthink it, I'm out there. And for me, that's what happened and that's what I needed to happen, right? But then I found all these other valuable things with live video and it was 100% a beautiful thing. Doug says, it's a release for me. It is for me too. I love it. Okay. Billy Zerio says, should I focus on my paid page or create a Facebook group page? Technically, a Facebook group is a group. It's not a page. It is different. But people get those terms all mixed up all the time. Here's the thing. I personally think that having both is great. It also, I think Facebook groups are great in certain types of industries and spaces. If your people, your followers, are needing and wanting community, or are they needing and wanting a more private space to interact with you? For example, Billy, if you're talking about the financial space, I know you're a personal financial advisor. That might not be a bad idea because people they may feel more comfortable posting questions and comments about personal finances, because I think personal finance is a very personal thing. It's intimate. Some people are embarrassed about their finances. Some people are embarrassed because they feel dumb. Some people feel uncomfortable because they don't want to be judged about not knowing, they feel like they're asking dumb questions or whatever, which we all know there's no such thing as a dumb question. But having that more private, intimate space might make people feel more comfortable being open. So I definitely would consider it for your industry. But one thing I will tell you about Facebook groups, there's a few things I'll tell you. You have to be very present in them, especially as they get going, until the community can start to build its own culture, right? And so what I mean by that is you are going to have to be the catalyst to move things along and showing up for people. It is possible that your community can morph into a more community, self-driven, self-running, self-sustaining type of community. Totally fine. My community is somewhat like that. I love to be in there. I read every single post. I show up when I can, where I can. But I used to be a lot more involved in facilitating and triggering conversation. Quite honestly, I actually want to do more of that. I probably should do more of that, right? So be ready to be busy building the community and serving your community if you are going to do that. The other thing I will say is that do not just create a Facebook group and expect everyone to join it and find it. You're going to need to drive traffic to it. You're going to need to tell people about it. How often do you all see me saying, hey, Billy posted in our Facebook group, which by the way, if you're not part of our Facebook group, go over there and find it. Almost every live stream, I mention the Facebook group, right? StreamYard the same way. Every time I host the Wednesday show on Ask StreamYard, I mention the Facebook group. So you do have to market your group. You have to drive traffic to the group. You have to make sure people are aware of the group. One of the biggest mistakes I see when it comes to groups, when it comes to lead magnets, anything, is that people put it out there And then I guess they just expect people are going to find it. People aren't that, listen, people are busy. And even if they do have time to putz around and look around at your stuff, they may not even know what they're looking at. People need to be coached and prompted. Make it easy for them. So that's what I'll say about your Facebook group concept and your idea for sure. I definitely think that it's one of those things. Sorry, I just saw Cynthia's comment. Paranormal or Purgatory Paranormal from New York. Her name is Cynthia. Editing is an adventure. Yeah, that's one way to put it, right? I like it. Here's another vote for live streaming. AZPPMD, live streaming. You guys are like the lives. So Strawberry Rhubarb Tarot. I love lives. I am just me, and I do think fast on my feet. I'm a teacher. There you go. So there you go. I like it a lot. Okay, let's keep moving. Hopefully that was helpful for Billy and any of you that are also thinking about a Facebook group. It's certainly an easy way to get started in building a community. I really do think, even though Facebook can be a little tricky when it comes to reach and other things and distractions, it is a really easy place to get started when it comes to building a community for sure. And you also, Billy, the only other thing I would think about too, is be thinking about your target audience and their age, and are they on Facebook? Do they like Facebook groups? So you might also survey your audience and see what they want. Okay, Matt, are you still here? I want to know if you're still here. Matt, the landlord advocate, says, did you realize that when you go to blast your YouTube videos or live shows, you will get nailed with sending out spam and have your account restricted temporarily? You're going to have to define what you mean by blast. I have never had it happen where, I share my streams. I definitely share links to them. If you are getting into the DMs with people, then I know at least Facebook, if you start sending a bunch of DMs, they will actually temporarily lock your account because they do think you're spamming people. I think Instagram does the same thing now. So I'm not exactly sure what you're meaning by that, Matt. Post a follow-up comment and be a little bit more specific. Or Matt, as you know, who's part of my Facebook group, either record a quick video of yourself describing what you're talking about, or just type a more detailed description and post it in the group, and I'll see what we can do to help you out and get that one resolved, figured out. Oh, well, thank you, Mr. Hicks. It's always good to have one of those friends in your corner, too, that can remind your audience to, hey, if you like this, if you're liking this, definitely like the video, especially on YouTube. YouTube loves those thumbs up. They absolutely do. And, of course, if you're not already a subscriber, definitely make sure you subscribe to us for sure on the channel so that you can get all my random things for sure. If fast on your feet, consider a Stream Deck pedal. Sorry, can I resist? That's actually really funny. I am not planning to buy the Elgato Stream Deck pedal. It's basically a pedal, has three pedals on it, for basically to create button. It's like, hotkeys. I do not think I'm going to be purchasing that, but never say never, I guess. All right. So Anthony says, hey, Mel, how did you make the transparent graphic look so good in the beginning? Was that on StreamYard or OBS? I believe he's talking about our transparent timer. That is being done in OBS. So I'm using StreamYard to stream, of course, but I am also using OBS, and I have the virtual camera turned on, which allows me to do a few other things in OBS that I can't do in StreamYard, like some of these different types of GIF graphics and, switching between scenes and just customizing some things. One of those things I do is I use a transparent countdown timer. I did that in OBS. That is a scene I have set up. And then I have other scenes for the other cameras, which I didn't use any of those today, did I? So that's the Ozbot that moves around and follows me. Some of you have seen that so far. We have the Brio out to my side. And then, of course, we have the timer. Now, all those are also set up without timers on top of them as well. The ATEM, on the other hand, is where I have my two high-end DSLR cameras, and both of those are controlled with the ATEM Mini, which is this device right here, which is also attached. So there you go. Yeah, that's how I'm doing that. So I have a lot of videos where I talk about using that OBS virtual camera for that. So Vicky says, StreamYard's video seems to be backwards on the presenter side. Is there a way to invert the video? So it's actually not backwards. If they did invert the video, Vicky, any text that you have on screen with you, like for example, the sign I have behind me, that would actually be backwards. So it's not inverted. It just feels inverted because you are literally looking at your own stream. So for example, it's like you're looking in, it's not looking in a mirror. Okay. So you are literally seeing what your audience sees. So everything is opposite. So when you raise your right hand on screen, it looks like you're raising your left hand when you're watching yourself. Right. But if you think about what your audience is seeing, it's like they're sitting across the table from you. It looks like I'm raising my right hand. Right? I'm raising my right hand. It's just on the left side of my screen. So you got to but if they inverted it, then text would be inverted and all those things too. So no, they won't be inverting the stuff. I know it's kind of a funky thing. It's just one of those things you kind of have to get used to. Okay. I see a bunch of new comments. I got to check in on it. Oh, 3 cameras, 4, the pedal. Nice. Okay. Okay. Matt followed up. So I want to make sure I see this. Okay, so Matt says, we share our channel videos with many Facebook groups after we post on YouTube. The other day, we were sharing it with our over 20 groups, and after the first 5 or 6, we were notified we were spamming. Did Facebook say you were spamming? That's my question. Did Facebook say you were spamming? And 2, are these your groups or are these groups that you are participating in? Do you own these groups or are you members of these groups? Because that can happen. And also, was it the application that told you, or was it a group admin that told you that you were spamming? That would be my follow-up question. Let's see. Okay, ooh, man, you guys have all kinds of questions for me here. This is fun. All right, let me see. Oh, yeah. Is there a way? Yeah, that is not currently a feature in StreamYard. It's not the inversion. Yeah, that makes sense if she's trying to do the makeup. She needs it to be like a mirror. That right now is not a feature. However, Vicky, if you, I'm thinking out loud for a second. It depends on how tech savvy we are. You can invert your video. Like I'm using OBS. I can invert my video if I want to in OBS. But again, if you do that, I would not recommend that there's any text or anything. If she ever wants to show like a box with text on it, it's going to be completely backwards for the audience. So that's something to think about. Now, one thing that she might want to do, Vicky, is she can put a mirror up right by her camera and actually look in the mirror instead of the camera lens. So, and don't look on the screen to do your makeup, like legit look in a mirror, like have a mirror up and do that. That's what I would recommend. I literally just came up with that. Okay, so Matt says, Facebook said we were spamming. My groups were no issues. Yeah. I'm going to say it could possibly have something to do with the Facebook and YouTube are competitors. You have to remember that. They are competitors. So you have to be very careful about always using a lot of YouTube links. It's pretty tricky. I know it's kind of like, it's like a catch-22, but a lot of times native YouTube links do not perform very well. And that could be one of the things. Okay, so yes, Matt says, I think it was because of groups we are members of, but not an admin. That is possible. And it's also possible, Matt, that someone reported you. So sometimes they make sure you read the rules in those groups. Make sure it's actually okay for you to share those links. So for example, in my group, you're not allowed to self-promote. And that is not because I don't want to celebrate your wonderfulness. It's because I need to protect the community, because I've been a part of communities where it becomes a self-promotion nightmare, and then there's the group becomes noisy. That's not why people are there. So there's ways that we can create, celebratory posts where people can share their stuff to celebrate their wins. But most groups, you're not allowed to share your links. So maybe a group member reported you or something. That also could have happened. So just kind of be cautious about that. Doug, we have somebody else that totally agrees with us on the live streaming right there. So I love it. Okay. So, oh, well, thank you, Vicky. Appreciate that. I love it when people send people my way. Crafting with Kim, I got to give her a shout out. I know, for example, she's shared my channel with a lot of people in her community. I definitely appreciate that so much. I really, really appreciate that. Okay, I'm checking out comments just really quick. Friendly friends. Did I miss your question? Friendly friends. Nope. Friendly friends. I just haven't gotten to your question yet. I see a question, but I just haven't gotten to it yet. So trying to go. I'm trying to get to the questions in order. And looks like we are ready to rock and roll. Okay. I do see a question from you, Friendly Friends Inc. about, it says, do you remember when YouTube had a social networking feature? If that's your question, I have it in the queue. I just haven't gotten to it yet. I'll get there. If there's another one that you posted that I missed, just repost it for me. All right. So Cynthia says, I know you've probably answered this before, but on the Pro plan, on the second camera, can you use overlays on just that camera, or would the overlay be on both? Okay. Great question. So the overlays are actually over the whole screen. So however you design those overlays, it's the whole screen. It's not just within the webcam view. So I hope that makes sense. So for example, if I pull up this overlay, okay, regardless of what I do, I don't think I can get an extra camera to work. Yeah, okay. Okay, so I'm just gonna share my screen again though. How about we do that? Oops, that'll be confusing if I share that screen. Let me just share my screen. All right, so if I share my screen, Cynthia, the overlay stays exactly where it is no matter what. It's a static image. No matter what layout I choose or what I do, it's the exact same with your webcam. So that extra camera, it doesn't get an overlay in that extra camera. The overlay is over the entire broadcast. So it's static. So if you wanted a custom overlay for that extra camera, you can design one and just design knowing where the webcams are going to show up, which is what a lot of people do. If you, oh my gosh, like, I'll tell you what, I need to have Kirk Nugent come on my show and give me a rundown of his flow, because he is like a wizard with StreamYard. I think I'm pretty dang good, but what he does and how he does what he does with StreamYard, it's fascinating. He does a lot of custom overlays with multiple things on screen. I don't do that. It's too complicated for me and I'm going to screw it up. So, but you can, it's just not what I do. So hopefully that answered your question, Cynthia. All right, let me see here. Oh, Annette's here. Hi, Annette. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. All right, let me see here. Agent Bay, if you have a question, put a Q in front of it. Happy to answer you. Okay, cool. I'm just making sure I don't have any new ones I'm missing. Mike wants to know, any idea when StreamYard will allow larger file sizes for animated GIFs for cleaner backgrounds and overlays? I do not know. I am with you. I would love to see that. I would love to see them increase the file size for those GIFs to at least 5 megabytes. I know that they don't want them to be too crazy because they're trying to... they're one of their number one priorities, and Mike, you know this, is stability of the platform. And when you start loading the servers up with files and all these crazy things, it is going to cause some challenges. And so they're really, really focused on stability. It's one of their number one priorities for sure. Robin says, if I want to repurpose my live streams into short video clips, would you suggest that I use the cropped camera setting? Not necessarily. I don't know that it really matters. For me, I like the cropped view for like actually when I'm doing questions, because if I turn that crop view off, your question, I'm going to fill the screen and your question is going to come up to like my chin. So I actually really like using the crop layout when I'm doing Q&A, and I just do. I prefer it. And I really like this animated background that they gave us for free. So that's the other reason I'm using it, really, to be honest with you. But no, I don't think it really matters for you to do that. Now, I will say that when it comes to shorts, if you're going to use these as reels on Instagram or as YouTube shorts, the vertical video layout is probably going to be the layout you want to go with. So using a tool like Canva, you can repurpose those videos and make your video cropped into that vertical layout. So definitely think about that as well. There was a lot of discussion around shorts and short form content, viral content, a lot of stuff in there about that for sure. So welcome to the stream, David Ryan, you're here. Okay. All right. I'm going to keep going because I want to make sure. Whoops. I'm going to pin that one. I want to show it just yet. I'm going to get to you, Agent Faye, though. I'm going to get to you. All right. Next comment. Let's see. Anna wants to know, do you think I should delete the group I have now if nothing happening and start from scratch, or just delete people that are not my target audience? Oh, okay. This is a really interesting question. I think, again, this is going to come down to how many people is it 100 people in your group and you need to delete 75? If that's the case, then I would let your group know I'm going to create a new Facebook group. I want those of you that want this, and this to join that group. Here's the link. I may also send you a DM and just leave it at that. Okay. And then you create that group and then you personally invite those people that you want to move over. If it's a large group and if it's a huge group, then you probably just want to keep going the way you're going. I don't love the idea of removing people because honestly, there are so many people that will tell me that they love my Facebook group. And I'm like, I've never seen you comment or post anything in there, but they'll tell me they love it. So not everybody is engaged. Just because they're not commenting doesn't mean that they're not getting value from the group. And so I'd hate for you to take someone away that is loving the group, but just is shy or just quiet. There are definitely some things to think about there. If it's static and nothing's been happening at all, then again, it might make the most sense to start from scratch. But invite people, give those people an opportunity to come follow you. So put a post in the group, and then when you're done, you can archive the group. They'll still be able to see the content and including that post where you invited them over to the new group. Also change the cover photo to say we've moved and let people know where they can find the new group. Okay, good. Glad that was helpful. Okay. Friendly friends, I'm almost to your question. So Cynthia says, oh no, I already answered that one. Oh, we're ready. We're ready to answer this question. Okay. Friendly Friends Inc. Do you remember when YouTube had a social networking feature? Do you think they should bring it back? And do you think it would have been beneficial for creators on the platform? I don't remember this. I don't personally remember this, but there is a community tab now, which is kind of like creating it. I don't know. Let me just show it. If I go to my channel, okay, here's my channel. And if you go to I haven't posted to it for a while. If you go to the community tab, you can actually create like all kinds of stuff. You can tag people, just like a Facebook post almost. So this to me would be more like that social networking aspect of things, but there's probably something else that you're referring to that I'm not familiar with, because honestly, I didn't even really start focusing on YouTube until about a year ago, a little over a year ago. About a year and a half ago, I started live streaming, multi-streaming to Facebook or to YouTube. And even then I wasn't really serious about YouTube. It was only in the last 8 months or to a year that I kind of started really actually appreciating and focusing on YouTube, honestly. And most of my live viewers are watching on YouTube. In fact, every single person watching live right now is watching on YouTube. I just looked. Nobody's watching over on Facebook right now. So, but I don't know anything else about that. So if you have anything else in additional, let me know for sure. Yeah, the community tab. I need to use my community tab more. I think you had, does anybody know? I think you have to have 500 followers before they unlock the community tab for you, I believe. Paul Dixon, what is up, Paul Dixon? Paul Dixon is in the house. Absolutely love it. At one point, Google Plus was heavily integrated with YouTube, and a lot of people hated it. Then, of course, Google Plus went away. That's a great point. I actually kind of forgot about that. So that's a really, really, really good point. And that was the app. That was the social piece of things. Yeah. So 500 followers. Thank you, James and Typical Tyreek. Yeah. Google Plus was Google Social Network. Yeah. And I don't know about you guys. I love Google, but I have always found their stuff very disjointed. Like, for example, time to create a YouTube channel. Do you start with creating a Google profile first and then go create a YouTube channel? Do you just start with the YouTube channel? How do you do it? It used to be so confusing, and I still don't love it, but whatever. They'll figure it out. Don't tell them I said that. They won't show you my videos. Okay, Smackdown Outdoors. Did you ever try the Ozbot outside? No, but I was thinking about you the other day. So in social media marketing world, Julie Riley was going live. I was live with her a couple times, and she was going live. She was using her phone, and she had the Rode Wireless Go 2 lavalier microphones. They worked great. There's actually a video where she and I were live. It was on last Monday, so it would have been the 14th. Maybe it was, yeah. I think it was the 14th that we went live. I was so impressed with the microphone, not only how it sounded, but also I was like 50, 60 feet away from her and it sounded crystal clear still. We did a little test. So I was thinking about you because I was like, I really want to set that Ozbot camera up. I want to do something outside. I want to get the wireless mic hooked up and I want to like try some fun stuff outside with it. So I haven't yet, but I have no doubt it's going to be great. I actually think it's going to be fantastic. And if those of you that are joining us now and wondering what the heck we're talking about, the OBS bot, I always want to say Ozbot. I like created a habit by accident. And look, he even typed it that way. It's actually OBS bot. But anyway, yeah, but it moves with me. Oh, I gotta tell it to do it. How? Now it's going to follow me. Yep. How fun is that? It's a webcam that follows you around, and it works really great. We've done a lot of fun tests with it on the show. And yeah, I definitely want to try it out, and I want to try it out with a wireless mic setup for sure. So I haven't yet. I haven't had a chance to do that. Dale, you're late, but it's great to have you here. No, you're fine. You're all good. You can always watch a replay when you're looking for something fun to do. Okay, so Dale says, take the Oz fishing with you. That's literally what I want to do. I actually want to go out and I want to see how it does, how it works. I want to see how it, I just want to check it out for sure. Yeah, the Rode mic demo was impressive. I will tell you that I was pretty excited about it. Okay. Here we go. Okay, Agent Bay. How can guests control their slide deck and still see what StreamYard in their view? Guests only have one monitor. Okay, I'm so sorry. I thought I did answer this on the stream today. They would need to, this is something that's a little tricky, Agent Bay. You're going to have to train them a little bit. If they only have one monitor, they are going to need to join StreamYard. Then they're going to need to kind of minimize the window so it's not full screen. And then when they share their slide deck, when they go to share it, they need to share the application, not their screen. So they need to share the PowerPoint application or the Keynote application, and that is going to then share the PowerPoint slide itself. This is very difficult to do with one monitor, especially if you are sharing slides. The other option you have is that, actually, now that I say that, hold on, I need to test something. They can upload their slides as long as they are in PowerPoint, Google Slides, or PDF. They would be able to do that. I need to check something really fast though, because I'm going to see if I actually have not done this with a guest before. So allow, hold on. I'm checking something. I'm going to see. Yes. Okay. So your guests can also upload their slides. So down at the bottom where they go to screen share, they actually, when they click share, have them select slides and have them upload their slides to StreamYard. Then the slides will actually be right inside the window of the application and they will control them. What will happen though is they will not have any animations. Okay, so if they have animated text or if they have GIFs or videos they want to play or sounds in that PowerPoint slide deck, those will not work. Basically what it does when you upload them, they become frozen static pages. So if that works for you, I would suggest you have them upload their slides when they go to share their screen, they actually need to share their slides instead. Or they need to get another monitor because I'm telling you, it's such a pain in the butt. Quirk. Okay, we've got a quirk with slides. They appear immediately on screen and not in queue. That is a settings feature on your side. So, Agent Bay, inside your StreamYard studio, when you, let me see if I can do this. I'm going to actually try to show you this. This is a settings thing for you. And it's a really easy thing to toggle on and off. Okay. We are, yeah, I think it's so you have to enter the studio, and then at the bottom, when you go down here, settings, you're going to, it's in general. Okay. And then right here where it says automatically add shared screens, videos to stream, that applies to slides as well. You want to make that unchecked. Go make that unchecked. Okay. Because you're right. If you have that checked, as soon as you share your screen, it adds it to the stream immediately. So this was actually a feature that they added later in the day. Well, I mean, it's been a while now, but people were like, hey, I really wish it didn't just automatically share. So they made it so that you can turn that on and off. So you want to make sure that is unchecked. So again, enter the stream and then go to the settings at the bottom. And then it's going to be in general settings and right there, automatically add shared screens, videos to stream. You want to make sure that's unchecked, and that will fix your issue. So hopefully that helps. Okay. Good stuff. Well, I'm really bummed that my audio issues are still not fixed. I am about to get really serious about troubleshooting that and fixing that. Those of you that are not normally with me, just so you know, I have my patio door open. I normally don't, but it's sunny out. The spring is here, and I clicked go live, and I forgot to close the curtain. And so that's why you're getting this majorly washed out version. But if you go and look at the channel, you're going to notice that most of the time, that's not how my streams look. Not that I really care. And here's the thing. I don't want you to care or overthink anything either. I'm very much about you can do things your way, do it the way that makes you feel empowered, do it in whatever way it's going to make you show up. That's the most important thing, because if you wait until you're perfect, you will never be perfect and you will never show up. You will not be showing up the way you should for your people at all, right? I see you, Tish. I see you. She's multitasking. Okay, so that's my biggest thing. I try really hard to I want to be a mentor for you all. I want to show you guys all the cool things you can do. I want to help you in all the ways I can help you. However, I also like to be real, and I like to show you that, hey, you also can just not be perfect. You can have audio issues. You can do whatever, right? If you are showing up for your audience, they're not going to care about your fancy camera that follows you around or whatever. Now, it might be attractive and that they're going to love it, but overall, what's going to keep them coming back for more and you building that community like we talked about in the beginning of today's stream is you in your content and showing up as your most authentic self. So that's what I want to leave you with today. I want you to do that. I want to make sure that you all are focused on that as you move forward. And again, I want to invite you over to the Facebook community. If you're not already there, I made a post today. I want to know why you're part of that community. And I want you to really answer it in a way that's honest, and also it's going to give me insights, because again, I am getting ready to open doors to the live video bootcamp program, which is a group coaching program and a mentorship program. It comes with a course, also group coaching where we work together. And there is a VIP option if you want one-on-one coaching as well. So that is coming up. I am thinking about opening up a membership after that, a paid membership after that. So obviously my free Facebook group comes into play. Those are the people where I need to be nurturing and getting an understanding of, what do you all need? Why are you in the community? What do you all need? What do you want to get out of it? So it's just helpful for me. So I really appreciate it if you could take a minute to answer that question. Next week, I will be live again on Tuesday. Tomorrow, we're getting the surgery. We're getting this pinky fixed. It's going to be a little bit of a recovery, but I should have no problem being live with you again next Tuesday at 1:00. So definitely, if you're not already part of the subscribe to my channel, subscribe so that you don't miss the notification when we schedule that, and then we go live, of course. So Tish says, "What? You're doing one-on-one coaching?" That's right, sister. The boot camp is opening up very soon, and there is an option for one-on-one coaching in that. It's definitely the cheapest way to get one-on-one coaching from me, by being a part of that program for sure. So Robin says, "I am practically imperfect in every way." Well, Robin, I love that. Congrats to you. And that's a perfectly wonderful way for us to end today's stream and to say bye. So I absolutely love you all. Thank you so much for being here. Those of you that are new to the community, new to me, thank you so much for joining and giving me a shot at entertaining you and helping you and all the things. So definitely stick around for more. We've always got a lot of fun around here for everybody. We like to goof off. We like to be real. And I mean, we just like to move forward. That's what it's all about, right? So, all right, everyone, I will see you next time. See you later.